Okay, so from where to start? Today I'll give you the look and feel of the Fusion application. I'll show you from the login page. I'll show you from the login page. So this is the URL. This is the URL. So this is the demo application provided by Oracle. Demo instance provided by Oracle. And you can access this application from any browser. It could be Chrome or Mozilla or Microsoft Edge or Safari. You can access from any browser. Enter the username and password. Click on sign in. Enter the username and password and click on sign in. This is called as a navigator. From the navigator, we can perform the business transactions. When I say business transactions, creating a sales order, purchase order, creating invoice, those are called as business transactions. Business transactions are able to perform from the navigator. Suppose if you wanted to create a sales order, we navigate to, do you see anything called order management here? Yeah. Under order management, we click on again order management. From here, we create a sales order. You can see here. Create a sales order. Okay. The same thing you can perform from the springboard also. We have navigator, we have springboard also. This is called as a springboard. The same thing you can perform from here also. See, same options. Sir, what is the difference between navigator and springboard? Navigator is not user friendly and it has a lot of, you have to drag always the scroll bar. It is not user friendly. And this is old way of navigating to the application. And this is new way of navigating to the application. So back in early days, only we have navigator. We don't have a springboard, but we have a springboard from the last 5 years onwards. So you're able to perform the business transactions from the springboard also. So this is called as a order management section. Under order management group, you'll see all these icons. These are called as apps. Order management is an app. Okay. Global order promising is an app. All these are the apps. Under which group? Under the order management group. Okay. And this is currently we are using the demo instance. Because in the URL, you see a keyword called demo. Okay. In the demo instance, the client name is, sample client name given by Oracle. Sample client name is Vision. Vision Corporation is the sample client name. Vision Corporation is the sample client name. That's why you see the logo of that client here. And this is where we perform the search. Here you can perform the search for the actions. Here you can search for the people also. See, you can search for the people, your employees. You can search for the actions also. And this is homepage. This is homepage. Suppose in case if you navigate further, If you want to come back, this is home page, like a home page in your mobile phone also. Favorites and recent items. Regularly used screens, you can mark them as a favorites. You can mark them as a favorites, the regularly used screens or regularly opening screens. And what are the recently opened items? Recently opened items. And this is called as a watch list. This is called as a watch list. So you can keep the sales order switcher on hold onto your watch list. You can keep sales order switcher on hold to your watch list. Just to monitor, just to track them on regular basis. You can add them to the watch list. Whatever you are adding to your watch list, that will be displayed over here. This is notifications. In case if you're an approver for a purchase order, or if you're an approver for an employee, a leave for an employee, you'll see a notification here. You'll see a notification here. You can approve that leave of the employee, your reportee, or if you're a approval for a purchase order, you can approve the purchase order from here. So this is basically online. This is online or offline. We can also chat with our employees from the application itself. We can also chat with our employees with the application itself. So you can put your status into active mode, or you can put your status into inactive mode also. Okay, from here. And this is the display name. And if you click on the display name, you'll see a lot of options. You'll see a lot of options. Here we can see the application version. If I click on about this application, what is the version? 25A. Okay. So down the line, in another 2 weeks, we are going to be automatically upgraded to 25B. And you can see this version also here. This one. Let me elaborate this. Anyone having idea about this version? What is this 11?
Generation.
This one?
Release.
This one?
Year.
Year.
This is?
Quarter.
Quarter. So thank you. Thanks for the guess. So this is actually generation only. This is current generation. 11 is nothing but our Fusion ERP development started in the 11th generation. Our Fusion ERP development started in the 11th generation. And currently we are in 13th generation. This is year. This is not quarter. This is month. This is month. Okay. So here, later once we move to 25B, it will show 4 here. It will show 4 here. That means which month? April month. Understood? So this is the application version. And from this drop down, by using these edit pages, we can perform the page personalization. Look and feel we can customize by using these edit pages. We can discuss that later. We spend a lot of time on the setup and maintenance area. We spend a lot of time on the setup and maintenance area. Okay. I'm clicking on the setup and maintenance now. I'm clicking on the setup and maintenance now. So if you want to configure procurement module, you have to switch to the procurement. If you want to configure order management module, you have to switch to order management. Which module you want to configure, select that particular offering. All this is called as an offering. Because offerings contains submodules. Suppose under procurement, we have submodules, right? What are the submodules under procurement? What are the submodules under procurement?
Purchasing,
Purchasing,
procurement,
supplier portal, sourcing, supplier qualification, procurement contracts. So all this put together called as a offering. So that's why this is called as this drop down elements are called as offerings. So select the particular offering. Select the particular offering to configure the setups. Okay. So as I already mentioned in the demo session, suppose if you want to configure approvals, we go here. This is called as a task list. This is called as a task list. Inside this task list, we have multiple tasks. These are called as a tasks. This is called as a task list. If you want to create company locations, our company may be present in multiple locations, right? To create company locations, we click on the enterprise profile. And here you can see a task called locations. This is called as a task list. And this is called as a task. Inside this task, we create company locations. Who is going to provide company locations information?
business.
Who has to provide the company locations information? Business, nothing but your client. Some locations you are able to identify from the company website. But in the company website, we don't keep all the locations. We may be in the company website keeping the corporate locations or maybe headquarter location, that's it. We have warehouse locations also, right? Corporate office locations, warehouse locations, all those locations you have to create in the application. We have to get the data from the client, and then using that data, we have to enter the country address line to, okay, the time zone. If it is India, IST time zone, country information, we have to create that location here. So being an IT team, we create data, nothing but we create also the setups and configurations. We perform the configurations or we perform the setups or we create data from the setup and maintenance only. Right now we are in the setup and maintenance. We are here. How we navigated, let me show you from the home page. This is our home page. How we navigated to the setup and maintenance. From the drop down, click on setup and maintenance. Click on setup and maintenance. And here we are selecting the task list. Which configuration we want to perform. You want to perform approvals configuration or you want to create locations. Which configuration you want to perform. Go to that particular task list. Click on that particular task. And from users and security, you see here. From users and security, we create employees here. We create employees here. Nothing but we create business users here. So here, majorly, two types of users are there. Majorly two types of users in the system, in the application. One is your batch number is what? 67. Okay. One is the implementation users. And another one is the business users. Business users. Implementation users are nothing but we are called as an implementation users, nothing but IT team. Nothing but IT team. Business users are nothing but client side employees. client side employees, business users are nothing but. Let us assume. So let us assume like this thing. Okay. Let's assume like this. We are working for TCS. And let's assume you are doing the implementation for tech lead site itself. You are doing the implementation for tech lead site itself. Let us take an example. Okay. So who is doing the implementation for tech lead site here? Which company? Which IT company is doing the implementation for tech lead site?
TCS.
TCS. So we are working for TCS. Let us take an example. Okay. Let me take some of the names from here itself. Okay. Let's take Archana. I'm talking about implementation users, IT team. Okay. And Diksha. And we'll take one more name. We'll take Mahendra. Okay. Let us take these are the IT team implementation users. And coming to business users, who is working for tech lead site? Okay, they are the business users. Let's take, Padma and Ramya. Okay, Praveen. These are all basically the business users. Okay, so let's take here. Praveen is from order management department. And Padma is from procurement department. And Ramya is from, let's take finance department. What is the day-to-day work of Padma? Being a procurement department, what she has to do? She has to procure the stock from the suppliers, nothing but vendors. That means she has to create majorly purchase orders, right? She has to create purchase orders. Okay. And coming to Ramya, she is from finance department. What she has to do? She has to create invoices. Against invoice, she has to make the payment to the supplier, or she may receive the payment from the customer, or maybe paying salaries to the employees. All the financial transactions performed by which business user here? Ramya. Okay. And Praveen working for order management department. What is the responsibility of Praveen? Order fulfillment. Nothing but creating sales orders, or if required, canceling the sales orders. All these business transactions are performed by this business team. The business team working for the client. Who is the client here? Tech lead side. The client side employees are called as business users. What business users are going to perform? Business users are going to perform the business transactions. Business users are going to perform the business transactions. Okay. Being an IT team, being an implementation users, being an IT team, what is our work? Exactly what is our work? Suppose here, who is creating the purchase order here? Who is creating the purchase order here?
Business user.
Department.
Who is creating the purchase order here?
Procurement
Padma.
team.
Procurement team.
Padma is creating the purchase order, right? That purchase order approvals has to be configured by whom? Purchase order approvals has to be configured by whom?
IT team.
IT team.
IT team.
TCS.
We have to configure, right? IT team has to configure. Okay. To create a purchase order, maybe tech lead site is present in a lot of countries. Maybe let's take India or USA, okay, or maybe Canada. It's present in a lot of countries. So here, purchase order is created under which entity? India entity or US entity or Canada entity? all these entities, all these company entities has to be created by whom? IT team. We have to create. So the IT team is going to perform simply the configurations. Simply IT team is going to perform configurations, and the business team is going to perform the business transactions. Okay. The business team is going to perform the business transactions. Okay. So in the application, team, can you please note down your questions and maintain a running notes? In that running notes, please note down your questions. And then once after completion of one topic or every 50 minutes, I'll give you a time for the Q&A and you can ask questions at that time. Okay. If you are posting the questions, then I'm the only one person here, right? Concentrating on the explanation and reading through your chat and answering you, it is not possible. Okay. If you think you're gonna forget your questions, note down your questions in a book in your running notes and ask me during the Q&A time. Okay. Sounds good?
Yes.
So from the IT team side, a structure is there. Okay. Senior consultants, junior consultants, that we'll discuss later. From the business user side also, end users are there, power users are there, process owners are there, that we'll discuss later. Okay. So I would like to explain you basically what is our work. We are falling under which category, we are falling under which bucket. Okay. So in real time, are we going to create purchase orders in real time in the production instance? Are we going to make the payment? Are we going to receive the payment from the customers? No, it is done by the client. Okay. We are going to configure, or we are going to define the application for the client to perform the business transactions. When the client is performing the business transactions, if they find any issues, again, they will approach us. They will approach us. Okay. And in Fusion, what are all the project types? In Fusion, what are all the project types? Implementation project, support project, and rollout project, and upgrade. So these are all the project types in Fusion. So before I get into the project types, I will answer a few questions that I received from the chat, and then I'll answer your questions verbally also. Okay, before I go to the next topic. Now the questions from the chat. TROT 1226. Sir, is that your name? TROT 1226. Can I call you like that?
I'm sorry. And that's Kavita. I'm sorry, that's system name. So
Yeah, kindly change that. Okay.
yeah,
That's
sure,
it.
sure.
Yeah. So like in EBS, we have approval hierarchies. Okay, we configure the approval hierarchies here also. In Fusion, it is called as a AMX, approval management extension. So there we can route approvals to the supervisor hierarchy, position hierarchy, job level hierarchy, approval group, and single approver. Totally 5 types of hierarchies are available. We'll discuss all those 5 types of hierarchies by configuring in the application under the procurement module, which is called as a AMX in short, to answer your question, approval management extension. Okay. So Vineet, what is the difference between purchase order and sales order? The name itself, purchase order, sales order. Purchase order is nothing but you are purchasing from your suppliers. Sales order is nothing but you are selling to your customers. you are selling to your customers. Okay. So here, Vinith and everyone, we are all actually in a supply chain transaction now. We are all. Because Vinith, you are trying to purchase which course from me? Vinith, you are trying to purchase which course from me?
Supply chain management.
Supply chain, right? So that means you are trying to place a purchase order to me, right? I am your supplier, correct?
Yes.
I am your supplier. You're trying to place a purchase order for supply chain training. Okay. But for me, you are my customer, correct?
Customer.
For me, it's a what?
Sales order.
That's it. We are in the supply chain transaction already. Okay. I'm delivering training. Suppose let us take I'm a distributor for a laptop. Suppose if you're ordering a laptop to me, so you are my, if you're ordering a laptop from me, so you are my customer. For me, it's a
Yes.
sales order. If I ship a laptop to you, that means it's a sales order shipping. For you, I'm your supplier. For you, it's a purchase order.
Purchase.
Okay. So here in this case, we are in the training, we are in the service. For me, it's a service sales order. For you, it's a service purchase order. Because I'm shipping anything physically to you? No. You are taking a service, training services from me. Okay, understood?
Yeah.
And, Ankit, in this, do we need to create 3 locations for tech lead site? Yes. How many locations the client is having? These 3 are not locations. Maybe in India, maybe operating from multiple regions, multiple locations. In US also, these are nothing but entities. In which countries we are operating? These are not locations. In India, maybe I'm operating from multiple locations. In Canada also, I may be operating from multiple locations. All those locations has to be created in the application. Ankit. A question from Diksha. Okay. Team, you can stop asking questions in the chat verbally also you can ask. Okay. Reading through your question and it will take time. Okay. Verbally also you can ask during the Q&A time. So if I take 90 minutes of session every day, it's not possible for everybody to concentrate and provide daily that much time. We have 60 minutes of time, 1 hour time only. We need to effectively make utilize of this time. Okay. So class time is very, very valuable. Okay. Otherwise, if you are not properly, effectively, we are not using the class time means, then automatically the course duration get extended. Okay. You can ask questions verbally also during the Q&A. No need to post in the chat. Diksha, to answer your question, there is something called global location, local location. Okay.
Okay.
So local location is tied to the inventory ordination, and the global location is not tied to the inventory ordination.
How to differentiate between global and local location?
I just mentioned, right? At the time of creating a location, if you assign that location to the inventory ordination, that's called as a local location. If you don't attach, that's called as a global location. That's it.
So the location which I have attached to the inventory organization. So when I'm creating
Also, if you don't mind, anyway, we are going to create locations in future. Okay. So that time, if you ask this question, because right now which topic I'm covering? I'm covering locations, configurations. No. Okay. This is the topic that I'm covering. Okay. So at the time of creating locations, you can ask that question. Okay. So that I can properly explain you in the application by showing it. Okay. Sri Aditya, can we use both mobile number and email ID as username login to Flipkart and Amazon? What is that? What is that question? Okay. So any more questions, team? I mean, related to this topic, please. Okay. Any other questions related to future topics we'll discuss later. Any questions related to whatever I have explained so far? That's it.
So Krishna, this is username and employee name are same here.
Username and employee name.
Yeah.
You mean implementation users and business users?
No, like EDS, we have employee name,
Mm-hmm.
username. There are separate forms.
Okay.
Here also like similarly like
Separate
username.
forms are there. We create these two people separately. Okay. But if you want to make a business user, if you want to provide an access to business user of all the configurations, you can give. For the business user, if you wanted to provide the configuration access, you can give. If you want to provide a transaction access to the IT team, we can provide. Okay. But we create these two users separately in the application. If you want, you can provide the access of IT team access, you can give it to business users access, you can give it to the IT team. Next question, please.
Hi Krishna, Tejas here.
Hello, Tejas.
In case of business users, so business can create the transaction like customer order, invoices, everything.
Correct.
And if there is a case, if we have to give only read-only access to the user, like my
Can
user
provide.
should only see the transaction.
We can provide.
Okay, we can manage. Okay,
Yes, we can manage. Yes.
thank you.
Hi, Krishna. This is Hari.
Hari.
So, does the implementation users also consume the licenses, or just the business users consume licenses?
Just the business users.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let us talk about the project types here. Implementation project. What is meant by implementation project? From the scratch, as of now, client is using some other ERP application. There are a lot of local small ERPs are there. Maybe client is using that small ERPs. Now client has purchased license for Oracle Fusion applications. Client has purchased license for Oracle Fusion application. Okay. So from the scratch, we are gonna do everything from the client. That's called as an implementation project. Okay. Nothing but take an example of this configuration, creating locations, creating all these entities in the application, creating the approvals. We have to ready the application for the client. That's called as an implementation project. And what is support project? The client is already using Fusion application. We already did everything. We already perform all the configurations and everything. And now client is able to use the application. Client is able to perform the business transactions regularly on day-to-day basis. Okay. During that time, if they face any challenges, if they face any issues, then we support the customer. Then we support the client. It's called as a support project. What's meant by upgrade project? So here upgrade is happening on quarterly basis, right? Here upgrade is happening on quarterly basis. As part of the support also, we take care of the upgrade as well. As part of the support, we take care of the upgrade as well. We don't have a separate upgrade project in Fusion. In case of Oracle EBS, we have a separate project type called upgrade. Why? Because you have to manually upgrade. You have to manually upgrade the application from one version to another version. It's again a mini project or not? The consultants who are working on Oracle EBS, yes or no? When you want to migrate from 11A to R12, 11A version to R12 version, is it a project or not?
Yes.
But in Fusion, every quarter, we automatically upgrade to the latest version. Okay. So that's why as part of the support, we also take care of the upgrade also. And what is meant by rollout project? So initially, we configure the application for, let us take these 3 countries only. These 3 countries. And later, we started our business in Australia. And we started our business in Singapore also, other countries also, let's take. So I have to roll out my configurations from existing entities to the new entities that we have created here. Because we started business in these 3 countries, these 2 countries. Earlier, we have business in these 3 countries. Now, we started business operations in these 2 countries also. We wanted to use Oracle Fusion application for these 2 countries also. So as part of the rollout project, you are going to roll out the configurations from these entities to these entities. That's called as a rollout project. Okay. you may be working on any project, okay, based on your interview, okay, that company may allocate you into an implementation project or a support project or a rollout project. And coming to the license here, this is just a high level overview. Okay, we'll discuss in detail in this project what is the step-by-step that work that we do. In this project, what is the step-by-step activity that we perform in real time. We'll discuss in the upcoming classes. Okay. Now let us talk about the license. Okay. So how to purchase the license? How to purchase the license? If you want to use Oracle Fusion ERP, how to purchase the license?
From Oracle
Place
system,
a
you can
purchase
approach.
order to Oracle.
Very simple. Always sales is a red carpet. Always sales is a red carpet. You'll have a lot of CTA buttons here. See, talk to sales. Okay. Contact sales. Number. Okay. So you can contact them and they will ask you few details. They will ask you few details. The details that they're going to ask is how many years of subscription that you want. How many years of subscription? We can buy a license for 3 years or like 5 years. Okay, you can buy the license for how many number of years that you want. And what are all the modules you want to buy? You want to buy nothing but you want to buy procurement modules. You want to buy order management modules, or you want to buy finance, or you want to buy manufacturing modules, or you want to buy HR. What module that you want to buy? HR, nothing but HCM, human capital management. What are the modules that you want to buy? Okay. Per module, how many users? Per module, how many users? Okay, let us take here, we are talking about order management, right? Order management, how many users? I want 10 users for order management. 10 users. Under procurement, we have submodules, right? Under procurement, we have submodules or not? Huh? Submodules wise, how many licenses you want to purchase? Suppose purchasing module. Under procurement, we have submodules. Under procurement, let us take purchasing. How many licenses you want to purchase? In my current purchasing department, 10 business users are there. I want 10 licenses. Okay. And we have sourcing module also. Okay. How many number of users are there for the sourcing module? Let us take just 2. Just 2 people are there for the sourcing module. And procurement contracts is also one module. So procurement contracts, only one business user is there. Okay. Like that, per module, how many number of users? The business users. I'm talking about the business users. I'm talking about here business users. Okay. So here purchasing is handled by nothing but creating purchase orders. Okay. How many users are going to handle here? 10 users. Order management module. This department, how many users are working? Same. 10 users are working. So after providing this information to Oracle, Oracle is going to send you the code. We receive the code from Oracle and we can negotiate on top of this code with Oracle. We can negotiate. And after negotiation, the final invoice will be sent by Oracle. We are going to make the payment. Once we make the payment, point of contact. point of contact person is gonna receive email from Oracle about application details. So from our side, Tor is a point of contact. That person is going to receive an email from Oracle about application details. So by default, with the license, we get two instances. When I say application, or when I say instance, or when I say environment, all are same. Environment, all are same. Okay. By default, how many environments we get from Oracle? By default. Anyone is having any idea? You consultants are already working on Oracle Fusion, right? Few consultants are already working on Oracle Fusion. Yeah, by default, how many licenses we get? How many, I mean to say, how many instances that we get?
3.
Some people are already working on Oracle Fusion.
Sir, two instances, sir. One is test instance, one is live production.
One is test instance and another one is
Production. Live. Go live.
Development, test, and production.
Depends upon the budget, sir. If you having more budget, you have technical side, you one more test URL is there. My project is two. One is test, another one production. Like go production.
So with the license, we receive two instances. One is the test instance and other one is production instance. Another one is the production instance. So this is the URL it look like. This is the URL it look like. For test instance. And for the production instance, this is how it is. This is how it is for the production instance. In the URL, if you see test, it's a test instance. Nothing but here first we perform the configurations. And here we can test whether our configuration is working fine or not. If our configuration is working fine, then we can move it to the production application. We can move it to the production application. Okay. So in the URL, if you see test, it's a test instance. If you don't see anything, it's a production instance. Production instance is a live instance. Here we don't create any test data. Here, whatever the data is there, it's a real data. It's a live data. It's a real data and it's a live data. Okay. And here, if you ask me to break down this URL, HTTPS. This is what? This is a secure connection, right? This is secure connection. And here you see the 4 character. This 4 character is a unique code given to client. Okay. This is different from client to client. Okay. So right now, all these 4 characters are starting for any client from E letter. From E letter. They're starting from E letter. Okay. So this is a unique code like this. It is provided to client. And you know this. If you see test here, it's a test instance. FA stands for what?
Fusion application.
Fusion application. And this is, any guess here?
Asia Pacific.
AP stands for Asia Pacific. Suppose the client is from Asia countries. You will get Asia Pacific cloud server. You will get Asia Pacific cloud server. Suppose you are from India or you are from Asia Pacific countries. You are purchasing license from Oracle. Then you are allocated to which cloud server? Asia Pacific cloud server. Currently, our Asia Pacific side servers are in Singapore. Currently, Oracle cloud servers are in Singapore, Asia Pacific side. Suppose here, if you see US, let us take UC like this. That means your cloud server is in which region? Your cloud server is in which region?
US.
US.
So by default, with the licenses, how many environments we are getting from Oracle? 2 environments, test instance and production instance. Suppose if you want, you can buy. You can also buy. You can buy additional instances, which is called as an on-demand instance. You can buy additional if you want. Dev environment, you can buy. Okay. So the URL like this. URLs are like this. So in the URL, if you see dev1 or dev2, that means these are the extra instances that we purchase from Oracle. These extra instances you can buy up to the period that you want. You can buy for 3 months, you can buy for 6 months, or you can buy for 12 months. It's up to you. For how much duration that you want to buy, you can purchase from Oracle. These are the additional instances. If you want, you can purchase. Okay. Suppose simple example, during the testing time. So here we have only one instance. So here in this instance, we have to perform the configuration here only. We have to perform the testing here only. Suppose if you wanted to separate, you can separate. You can perform the configuration here, and that configuration you can move here. And after moving the configuration, you can perform the testing here. Once testing is fine, you can move configuration to production. So what we are doing, the setups, nothing but configuration and testing, we are doing in a separate instances. We are not mixing everything into one instance. We are having separate instances for the configurations, for the development. For the testing, we have a separate instance here. Okay. So today I would like to stop by here. Today I have given the introduction to application overview I have given, and today I have given the basically the users are segregated into 2 sections, implementation users and business users. We basically fall under implementation team. And what are the different types of projects available in Fusion, and how to buy the license from Oracle. With the license, by default, how many environments we get from Oracle. If you want, you can purchase additional environments from Oracle. Okay. That's all from my side for today. I'll take your questions for the next couple of minutes.
How does the system differentiate between the implementation users and the business users?
The way that we create, Harry. Okay. The implementation users and business users, we create differently. Okay.
Okay, and based on that, it would
Correct.
determine whether the licensing is also.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Krishna, what is mean by a migration project?
Migration.
Migration projects.
Suppose client is using Oracle EBS and client is moving to Oracle Fusion, we can consider that as a migration project also. Migrating from one ERP to another ERP. It also falls under implementation only.
Oh, okay. But if it is from EBS to cloud, we call as a migration, like that.
We can call it a migration, yes. But as per Oracle, it's a fresh implementation only. Okay. Oracle says it's a fresh implementation only. If you are coming from Oracle EBS, if you are coming from any other ERP, as per Oracle, it's a fresh implementation. But we sometimes call it as a migration. We are migrating from Oracle EBS to Oracle Fusion, like that.
And another question, from the testing, we default will get the test and production instances. Correct. Right? So we want to get dev 1 to use that in the development, and dev 2 we can use that like UAT testing or kind of thing.
Correct. We can use any instance for any purpose.
And we cannot create any other, like using the test instances like dev 1, dev 2, dev 3 like that, or we have to buy on-demand instances?
Yes, we have to buy. By default,
Or
we get
we cannot
testing.
create something?
No, we cannot able to create these URLs. Okay, this by default, because server is managed by Oracle only, right? So server, Oracle is directly creating these URLs, and Oracle is giving these pods to us. Pod. This is called as a pod. Test pod, dev pod. As per Oracle, these are called as a POD pod.
Okay, got you. Yeah, thank you.
Sir, in future classes, you will teach us how to move configuration from one environment to another environment, right? From test,
How to move?
like from test instance to production instance.
We have a capability called export and import. Okay, we can by using that capability, we can migrate the configurations from one environment to another environment.
Okay.
Sir, what is rollout project, sir?
So initially we did implementation for 1 or 2 countries, and later you wanted to do implementation for rest of the countries also. Okay. Then that's called as a rollout project.
Okay, sir.
As I mentioned initially, we did implementation, let us take for these 3 countries only. And recently you started business in Australia and Singapore also recently. So you wanted to use Oracle Fusion application for Australia and Singapore also. Then you're going to roll out all the configurations from these entities to these entities.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Thanks, sir.
So who will take care of the licensing part? Like who will wait from Oracle, whether it's business user or implementation user?
No, basically this is high level job. Okay. So these people are lower people. Okay. This is done by IT directors of the company or higher level management. License part. Okay. IT director. Like that.
Hi, Krishna. I have a
Like
basic
CTOs,
question.
you know about CTOs, right? Chief Technology Officer. So
Yes.
those people are take care of this one, licensing.
Okay.
Hi, Krishna. I just have a basic question. So when we talk about the configuration,
What's your name, sir?
I'm Nafi.
Nafi, yeah. You're from which place?
I'm from Canada.
Okay, Nafi. Good.
Yeah, I'm Nafi Nasser. Yeah, yesterday we spoke. I'm not sure you remember. So yeah, my question is.
Yeah, you are working for automobile industry.
That's right. That's right. So that's why I have a very, very basic question. So when we talk about configuration, it's like a, for example, from the manufacturing standpoint, it's like BOM addition. It's about masters and everything, right? So creating the masters or bill of materials, something like that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And so the development in this sense, when we call about the instance of development, it is like changing the Oracle module itself, or it's the interface changing, something like that.
No, it's not that. So whatever you are using in the, suppose let us take to explain in a layman language.
Yeah.
So this is our company website. Okay, this is what you see. All my students are coming to this website and they can purchase the courses from this website. Okay. Similarly, I have a test environment also. I have a test environment also. Sure. Padma, what is the test environment name? Padma, are you there?
It's FAEUTH22.
My test environment. For TechLeads IT, we have our own test environment. I forgot our test environment URL.
Okay.
So we have a test environment also. So if any changes has to be performed in the look and feel and the functionality, first we do it here. Our development team, our designing team, first they do it here. And once they develop that functionality, okay, let us take, I wanted to give discount functionality to my students. Discount coupons. Let us take an example. First they develop here. And I'm going to perform testing here. Once everything is working fine in the test environment, I'll give my approval to move that new capability or functionality to the live environment. Okay. Understood?
Yeah, it's like simply to understand, it's like simply adding like a widget or something in the site. It's customizing the screen, user interface, something like that, right? How it
It
looks.
could be configurations. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
suppose let us take PO approvals, purchase order approvals.
Yeah.
Directly, if I configure in the production, I have to test, right? If I have to test means I should create a purchase order in the production.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. If I create a purchase order in the production, later you received actual purchase, you created actual purchase order. Then which is the dummy purchase order, which is the actual purchase order? So that's why first we perform configurations in the test environment.
Okay.
So, and also we test here. Nothing but you are configured a range like, if it is, greater than, if it is less than $100, it should be approved by Mr. A. Okay. If it is between $100 to $200, it should be approved by Mr. B. This is your configuration. If your configuration is working fine or not, how you can check? You have to test, right? How you can test?
Correct.
You have to create a sample purchase orders.
Okay.
Okay. So in production, you should not create a test data. Correct?
Yeah, understood.
So
Yeah.
rather than production environment, in another environment, you have to perform the configuration and you have to test it.
Okay. So the test instance and development instance both are almost similar. Test
Similar
and
in the
development.
sense, here, let us take, if you don't want to perform testing and configuration in both the instance, suppose let us take, okay. Once your testing configuration is completed, it need to be validated by the business users, right? Who has to finally verify and confirm? The business team. Okay.
Right.
What you can do is you can move that configuration to this instance.
Okay.
You can move the configuration to this instance and you can ask users to test here. This is called as a UAT. User acceptance testing.
Okay.
So finally, it need to be approved by the business users. So business users has to perform the testing, right? So business users are performing the testing in another environment. We are performing testing here, and the business users are performing the testing in another environment. So these additional instances we can use in multiple ways. Multiple purposes are there for using these additional instances. Okay, this is one of the purpose. That's what I'm talking about. For our testing, we can have one environment. For business testing, we can have a separate environment.
Okay, clear. Thank you for explaining.
Krishna, you said configuration can be exported from one
We'll discuss that in the
environment.
upcoming classes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll discuss about details of that particular thing in the next classes. Manoj Kumar, go ahead.
Hi, Krishna. Actually, I have a question not related to today's. I have some query. Like, is there any other base going on apart from this time, or any future?
Yeah. So there is one batch going on. It's all in the middle, 8 to 9 timing. Okay.
Okay.
Again, we'll start new batch after 1 month in the 8 to 9 timing.
Okay. So it may month we will start a new batch from 8 to 9.
Every month I start one batch.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more doubts?
So one question I have, this is Anwar.
Hello.
Under the licensing part, as an implementation user, should we be aware of all the licenses that the client has taken, or how it goes? I mean,
generally, admin is going to take care of that. Okay, the admin can be from the business side, admin can be from our side. Okay, admin is going to take care of that users part. Nothing but how many number of users are there, and whenever any new user that we are creating, we have to take the approval from admin. Okay, so that is taken care by admin.
All right.
But one important point that I wanted to add here, suppose you have purchased license for 10 users, right? If you're trying to create more than 10 also, it will allow you. It's not going to be stopping you, or it's not going to throw you any error. It will simply allow you to create extra user, but Oracle will send you simply invoice after 1 month.
Right.
That's it.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So just
Hi.
adding on to what Anwar was asking, if if the licensing is being taken care by the implementation partner, so is this part of the RFP initially, or how do they decide on the number of users? And
Initially, as part of the RFP only.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Krishna, Rituja this side.
What's your name? I see your admin.
Yeah, by mistake, system captured the admin.
What's your name?
Rituja.
Okay.
So yesterday I missed to join the demo session first.
Okay.
So the basic doubt is like my current designation is assistant manager. So
Okay.
I want to switch in this Oracle Fusion. So does it will have any issue in future? Like they will check like designation, the current future companies.
How many years you worked as a manager?
No. Actually, here we have two different designations. The on paper is assistant manager, and on system it's purchasing specialist.
Mhm.
So current actually total 7+ years of experience I have. So
Mhm.
does it will have any issue in future?
I sent you a message on the chat. Can you please check?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it fine?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Thank
Sir, this is to here.
you.
Like,
Okay.
like I'm working from a different domain, so I have 3.5 years of experience. I need to shift to this. So,
Okay. What's your
is it
question?
in future there any like that?
You're
As a
breaking,
software
Subbu.
engineer.
You're
So,
breaking. You're breaking, Subbu.
hello, can you hear me, sir? No?
You're breaking. Can you please? I replied you in the chat. Can you please check the chat? I replied you in the chat. Can you please check that? I'm unable to hear you properly.
Oh, okay, sir. I can.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, team. Okay. So complete your registration part. If you like the training, complete your registration part. Okay. So how to complete the registration? You know our contact number, right? So talk to Padma regarding the registration. If you're from abroad, you can directly make the payment. You can register and you can make the payment directly online from here. From our company website also, you can make the payment. I'm sharing the URL on the chat. I just shared the URL on the chat. Okay. And after completion of the registration, you'll get access to the learning portal. From the learning portal, you can access instance. You can access instance and you can access material. And you can access daily videos also. Okay. And we have mobile app also. From the mobile app, you are able to access only daily videos. Mobile app is only for the videos only. Instance, you have to check in the learning portal only. Materials, you have to check in the learning portal only. Okay. Complete your registration and get access to the learning portal and get access to the mobile app. You can register by the website. I've given the link in the chat, or you can contact my team. Okay. They will help you with the registration process. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.